right, we're at the Whispers in the Well pre-release. We got our boxes. We got our pre-order boxes. They didn't get the best allocation of troves, so I didn't manage to get a trove. I'll get one eventually.
But we did both order a trove.
We ordered a trove, yeah. And the playmats are back ordered as well.
Ooh.
That is okay. That just means that there's a lot of people playing the game, and it's amazing. I probably will end up with a trove and the Jasmine playmat. We also did get the buy a box promo.
There's also a promo for the pre-release event.
Yeah, so
the day itself has a promo as well.
Our LGS does sealed draft, just sealed, and then starter deck as far as tournaments. This is our regular sealed, so we're gonna get 6 packs, 40 card decks. It's gonna be amazing. We'll let you know what we pull out of that, and we'll let you know what we pull out of these later.
Yep, we got 1 pack for each win, so it's a potential of 9 packs plus 1 more pack if you stay for the entire time. So potentially could be walking out with 10 packs.
Could be 10 packs for $30, $35, something like that.
Yeah.
Dope.
Well, one of us would be 10 and one of us would be 9.
I guess. Sick.
So.
We'll let you know what we pull. Yeah.
Pack 1!
Yeah. Pack 1!
Alright, reminder for anybody that hasn't done sealed before. You're loading a 40 card deck. You can use any of the cards in your packs. You do not have to stick to 2 colors. That's it. Okay. You'll find out who you're playing against later. And you have until 3.
Hey, let's go. That's one of the cards on the list looking for.
Yeah, that's one round order.
Woo!
You gotta reduce our self-esteem. It's gonna be hard.
I feel like the S word is PG-13.
Oh, those. Looking for those.
Do I have to wait for every pack or can you just open them all?
Have them in my... I'm bringing nonsense again to Geekery. So.
Good. You recording your
Yeah.
Hang on, mic up?
This is B-roll.
The time lapse, you know.
Yeah, time lapse. Exactly.
Follow me while I play first. Whisper in the Well. Sealed.
That's pretty good and limited.
Hey, we got a book. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think about this? I think I can make it. I can pull it off.
It's just 5.
You're fine. That's fine. I can pull it off.
Oh yeah, you got it.
I got it.
You got one.
Guys,
You're good.
and then I got something that can go fast. It's fine. Yeah. We got 1 target. That'll be fine.
We got the hen wen.
Could you do me a favor, not quest yet? I need a couple more ink before I can play my best.
Yeah, just hold a little bit
Hold the
more.
line.
Oh, we got the Olaf. Oh, and the Crane. And the Pluto. What a pack. And the Doddle.
Yeah, these are kind of.
And the foil sneaky sight. What a pack.
Now it's easy to crack with yellow.
That's what I was laughing. It was like...
Rick.
Oh, I thought somebody caught my name.
No, I said it's rigged. I didn't say it's mid.
Rigged.
Yeah.
That's mid. This is the back half of 1 pack.
Ooh.
None of this is good and sealed, but I need them all. I need them all to play. I need them all to play. You got the spell?
I did. I also got that. I was like, yes, again. Cool.
Yeah, we'll be alright.
Play it.
You got something scary. I got spooky sight.
He's the first shiny whisper. Lives Beast.
Is Beast?
Like, the first shiny whisper that I opened.
I would love to get a shiny whisper. That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah, that's
I would like to get a letter.
Oh,
Valid crash out.
that one.
Oh, Black Holder.
Sweet.
Let's go.
Oh, see, Tony took my spot. I want to recount.
The fun part is, I don't remember who was a part of which box.
Yeah, good one.
Oh, we got
We're all gonna be friends, right? We're all gonna be friends.
Not with that cackle. Not with what's brewing over there.
Alright, cool. I've opened everything. Play it just like this.
Play it all?
Never played sealed once where I didn't just go, cool, play it.
Cool, play it.
Wait, another one. Supposed to be 40 cards?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm down with 70. Wait, do I have any support? Do I have anything to do?
Ooh, a whisper.
Good.
We got a whisper. Kristoff.
Oh, sick. I got an epic. I got
Jasmine, 2 Little John.
Oh yeah.
I got a Little John.
Ooh.
Robin Hood.
Zeus, what you got? Zeus.
Too damn shiny.
Got the
Foil Kristoff?
Yeah.
the whisper.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Wait, where's my thing here? That's for your Hercules. I've already paid.
Have you?
And then if you, I will say now, that's
Alright, we're changing the rules.
What?
Passing out the horseman strikes. You can put it in your deck.
Oh, hey!
Hey.
Yes.
We have 2?
Hey. I got the shift target. Y'all are in trouble now. I got the shift target.
Because it says draw card and banish and characterization.
Is this my pack? It is my pack. It is my pack.
Oh, it's your pack.
It's my pack.
Do you get some ruby steel?
Yeah, I got my
That was my enchanted.
the sword. Ah,
That I opened on him with pack crushing.
so good.
Alright, did everybody get a horseman strikes?
And this is valid to go in our deck, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Who brought their Dumbo from home?
Present. Guys, get on my level, okay?
Ooh.
Like, you can't
Oh,
handle-
turn 1 locked in.
You can't handle my triple Phoenix.
My double Mushu rocket.
Yeah, Like, listen, I don't want to lose any friends today, but I gotta do what I gotta do.
Ooh, another whisper. Another whisper. There's whispers in the world. Hey, spooky sound. I like it. It's like a spooky.
I love how I'm like,
Ooh.
I don't think my deck wanted me to go past 5.
No enchantment to the head. Wait.
Oh, there we go. From like,
Time to build. We got packs.
We got our stuff. It was pack per win, and then extra pack if you stayed all the rounds.
I unfortunately had to rip one of my packs, so I only have 3. But I technically have 4 packs.
I also have 3, but it's actually 3.
But it's actually 3, yeah. We're going to do a little breakdown of what the decks look like. And like how that worked and how it all went down and what our strategy was. But it's pretty good, pretty
I
loose.
went 2-1. Technically 3-0. There was some ties.
3-0. I tied the first game, so it was that. I tied the second game also, but he didn't know the rules as well. So technically it was a tie win.
Tie win.
So 1-2-0. But
2-0-1 better.
yes,
That's
2-0-1 is
fine.
better. But
Well, let's do what we got in our packs.
we got
and
packs.
Do a little deck breakdown.
That's right. Yeah.
So we figured we'd take you through our decks, and maybe if it's like of interest, we can teach you how to play sealed and draft and stuff, because limited formats are tough. At least I think so.
No, I would agree. It took several sealed tournaments before it actually got good at building that.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm still curious about the curve. What is your curve versus a regular deck? Are 1-drops important?
1-drops are super important. I think I played 8. We got 4, 9. What do you mean? I played 9. Obviously this is sealed, right? So there's no rhyme or reason. It's just what I opened. But I wanted to play as many 1-drops as possible. I even played the 1-drop actions. We played Chomp and Swooping Strike. We never really used them, but having 1-drop actions are good. So everything that I pulled, I think pretty much that was a 1-drop I played. Having something on 1 is very important. Most people play 8 1-drops in the 60 card deck. So if you can get 6 to 8 1-drops in your 40 card deck, I think you're pretty good. I wouldn't say guaranteed, but very high likelihood of seeing your 1-drop on turn 1, which is very important because when you can't guarantee how much removal you have, if you fall behind too many turns, it's just over for you.
Would you say 8 is a pretty typical 1-drop situation, or is that what you would recommend when deck building? Or is it just dependent on the deck style?
For limited?
No, for full competitive.
For full competitive, I think it definitely depends on the deck style. When you get into numbers, like counts, right? How many of a thing do you want? It's basically how often do you want to see it, right? What percentage of the deck is it, right? So if you have 6, that's 10% of your 60 card deck. And so any more than that, right, gets you to be a little bit higher. It's sort of the same way that they do, when they're talking about ramp on 2, right? You want 4 Tipo, 4 Sail, and now they're running 1 jump, because if you go 14 cards deep, there's like a 90% chance of seeing it. So, but Blue Steel has showed us that you don't even need 1-drops anymore. So that kind of ruins everybody's, you have to have 1-drops. You have to have 8, 9, 10, 11 1-drops. Like, seeing something on 1 is important, especially if you're playing aggro. But it also depends on what you want to do. So those were all my 2-drops. I had 8 2-drops.
Yes, we got 9 1-drops, 8 2-drops, and again, I don't see any actions here. Oh, I see 1. What's the thought behind Della's Moon Lullaby? Because it draws you a card?
So Della's Moon Lullaby is specifically there because it draws you a card.
Okay.
The best ones that I saw, anything that was 3/3 seemed really good. Ichabod Crane ramps you, and anything that's ramped that doesn't cost you a card from your hand in limited is really good. Henwen is hard to banish, and lets you sort of filter a little bit. If you see what's on, the top of your deck and it's a 6-cost uninkable because you threw that in there for whatever reason, go ahead and put that on the bottom of your deck. Like, we don't want to see that. We don't want to see that in limited.
And then just generally, I guess evasive is great in limited. Because it's gonna be hard to counter an evasive character.
Yeah, evasive is very hard to. So things that you're looking for, if we're not looking at specific cards, right? Evasive, draw, and I think that'll be most of it, but like large stats for the cost. So a 3/3 is really good. It can often, 2 for 1 in terms of take 2 challenges for the 1 body. And then if it draws you a card, because you don't have a draw engine. If you get a draw engine in limited, you usually just win the tournament. Tournament. It's a tournament. Also, don't be afraid to play stuff that is fun, that you like, right? Like, if you're there to go 3-0 and there's money on the line, sure. But you also want to test out the new cards and have fun with the people in your scene, in your community.
I guess
playing all the new stuff.
It's an 8-day. Another 8 3-drops as well.
So we got 8 3-drops. Yeah, because I don't like to typically go above 6 cost in limited. I have gone up to 7 before or 8 before, but to be completely honest, I've never played those unless I pulled a bunch of ramp in a limited format, which doesn't happen very often. Even with Ichabod Crane here, that Ichabod Crane helps me get a little bit farther, but not much higher than that. And so if you had 10 of everything, 1 through 6 cost, you'd be at 60 cards.
Right, which is a normal deck.
And 40 cards is for limited, so we put a little bit less than 10. We played Time to Go because it says draw. We played Fragile as a Flower because it says draw. It also freezes. Everybody loves the Elsa ability, so that's good. The Horseman Strikes, we slotted in. I did open one, but I slotted in the promo that they got us because I thought it looked cooler. That also says draw, and it takes care of an evasive, right? I think in this deck I had maybe 2-3 evasives, tops. Mm-hmm. So this was another evasive answer just in case I needed it if I couldn't get there. Francine has resist, and we were talking about those well-statted bodies. 3 strength, 3 strength, 2 strength, 3 strength. Yes, this gets buffed, but everything here at their regular strength can't banish Francine in one go.
Yeah.
And Francine is strong enough to take all of them in one go. So do you want to quest to 20? Yes, but you also want to be able to make sure that you can take some challenges.
I was about to say, and that Zeus is a foil Zeus. Ooh.
That foil Whisper is amazing, and Zeus is actually one of the better ones, especially in limited, right? You have to know what your threats are when it comes to limited right now. big gargoyles, right? In competitive, when you get hit with a Hades, Zeus doesn't do anything. It doesn't matter if you boosted it. It doesn't matter if it's 2, 3, 5, 4, 17, 17, right? Hades is just going to put it into your Inkwell. But that's not the case in Limited, so you can have a lot of fun with it. And then we have 7 4-drops. We did not.
Oh, we're breaking the mold.
Breaking the mold. And so one thing that I typically do in Limited that I feel like a lot of other people don't do is I have a pretty large top end. I want to see cards that cost 4, 5, 6, not a ton of them, but I want to see them because that's how you're going to win. If you have a bunch of little stuff, you end up either in a stalemate or in a position where your opponent is questing and you can't banish anything because everything is so small. Like Nibs was probably the MVP of the tournament for me, right? Because I could put Nibs down for 4, quest it the next turn for 2, and if you challenge it, I get it back. If you don't challenge it, Nibs is strong enough to banish a lot of things. And I would get it back as well on my turn. So that was awesome. This Ichabod Crane could also ramp me a little bit, which could help get me to my 6 costs, which you'll see in terms of how many 5 and 6 costs I have. Bodyguard is not a thing that I would say put every single one of your bodyguards in, but this one has a lot of strength. So I definitely played that, and it was very hard to get through. Unless you're facing a Demona, it's very hard to get through.
Well, still, the Demona with Challenger is really great, especially for if other people also adapt your same strategy of big top end.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Because, sometimes, like, it is just the stats. Like, you'll see here with this first card, with the Cauldron Born. And so, here we are. Just 4 5-drops, right? It's not a ton, it's not the most, but it was enough for me to be able to see them often enough that it worked out. It was important, very much so. Sometimes I would get Ichabod Crane out on 2, he'd get banished on turn 3, and I was playing a Cauldron Born on turn 4, and then what do you do against my 6/7? It's very tough, right?
Yeah.
Even against
6/7.
6/7. All right, don't cancel our channel. We just started. Even here, right? Genie survives but doesn't banish the Cauldron Born. But the other 2 just get eaten by a Cauldron Born. Other 5-drops just get eaten. Does it quest for 2? No. But that's probably my other, I wouldn't call it a secret tech. It's not really tech at all. But after you've put in your bodyguards and your draw and stuff, put in things that quest for 2 in Limited. If you end in a stalemate, and I have 5 characters, and you have 5 characters, and nobody's questing, somebody eventually has to break that. If you are questing 5 characters for 2, and they can't answer them all, right? Like, that's 10 lore. And that's assuming you didn't get any before in the early turns, when it's a little bit more back and forth. This Pluto is amazing. I really like the champions. I think Pluto's super awesome.
I was going to ask about, obviously there's that steel characters, which is heavily reliant because the champion relies on steel characters. So both of these benefits, steel challenge, gain 2 lore, and steel banish items. I don't know, were you thinking about counts in terms of steel characters, or you just know that it's a good 5/5 body that can combo if it happens to happen?
Yeah, both of those. First, it was just a good 5/5 body, and then afterwards, when I was, picking and rearranging, there was some 1-drops I could have played that I decided not to because I picked the steel ones over them. It wasn't any different. It was just a steel 2/2 versus an amber 2/2, but because I added the Pluto after I ripped it, I was like, oh, okay, well, we want to put the steel 2/2s in. Same with Olaf. I never really expected to bounce anything, and there was, I think, a couple other 1-drops that I didn't put in outside of the Olaf. But the Amethyst champion lets you draw one of your Amethyst characters gets banished. So I was like, oh, okay, well, we're going to put the Amethyst one in over the Amber one because we have the Amethyst champion. And I was able to do that. I had 40 cards, but then I was looking at the stuff that I pulled out afterwards, and I subbed some stuff back in based on the high-end things that I put in my deck. And then first 6, we also found 4, which, again, in a 40-card deck is 1/10 of the deck. So your chance of seeing it in the game, one of them, pretty good. It's pretty good, especially on the mulligan. David Xanatos is just amazing. I think it's one of the best super rares in the deck. I don't know how it's going to fare in the current competitive meta, but in sealed or limited, it is very good. Rama, all I wanted to do was have a 6/6 that quested for 2. And then Vladimir was basically the same thing. Everything here, I was like, okay, it's 6, it has good stats, it quests for 2. If I throw it down, it's a threat. They either have to remove it or invest resources into stopping it somehow. Vladimir was also really useful, right? Like if you put down your woodchuck and you don't want to pop it that turn, well now you have to, because if you don't, I'm going to pop it with Vladimir and you will not get your draw. The twins ability was never used. It was just a 5/5 that quested for 2. And I went 2-1. It was 3 rounds. I went 2-1 in this tournament. The one round that I lost, that person had drawn the new Zeus, the Thunderbolt, had drawn the Thunderbolt, 2 of the, was it the potion?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 potions and a Dragonfire in their draft. And so 1/10 of their deck was removal. And that was something. Nobody else had as much removal. He also went 3-0. So I didn't feel too bad about that. But the other 2 games were fairly decisive.
Undefeated.
Undefeated, technically. Surprising, but there's still some stuff in here. Kind of similar thoughts, but I just didn't get... I got some lucky cards because I actually got legendaries. I didn't see, I think, a single legendary in yours. But yes, I also tried to put as many 1-drops as I could, but I got a lot of 1-drop items, so I was actually only down to 6. Which is fine. I would have liked more. I just wanted to have 1-drops that do things or 1-drops that were useful. So the same thing, I had 2 of the items and 4 of the characters. Tink is a 3/1. That's really hard to beat. I knew there was an action that could place 1 damage, so unfortunately these 2 would be immediately out. Mother Gothel really never saw play except for a body on the field. Webby also didn't usually see play. Finnick was pretty good. I never used Finnick's ability. Mushu's Rocket, being able to give something rush, I found is very important in sealed tournaments. Be able to answer threats immediately. And people are just not expecting it. And I tried to synergize with the detective badge because I happened to pull a lot of detectives. And so I wanted to get some of that combo going. And I was really building combos. So I wanted to turn something, give it resist, which I think is really useful for 1, and then also make it a detective so that way it could proc things like Donald Duck and other things that benefited from detectives being on the field. It ended up not being the actual thing. I built the deck with that in mind, and it didn't do that. I went a little crazy, I think, on my 2-drops. I had a bunch.
Like if I don't see something on turn 1, I'm gonna see something.
I'm gonna see something on turn 2. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, I went crazy.
That's a banking on winning a die roll deck right there.
Yeah, I was like, I can do something on 2. So yeah, I built a lot of stuff on 2.
12 cards?
Yeah, there's 12 cards. What I made up, what I lost in my 1-drops, I added in my 2. A lot of it was also guided because I'm newer to sealed. A lot of it was about draw. So the Woodchuck book draws, Della draws, putting it all together draws, Oh, that's a 3. Never mind. I'm crazy. Okay, there we go. 11. See, also is a 3.
It's just 11.
2 identical. This was really bad, and I, in retrospect, would have added a character rather than both of these actions because I never actually cared if they challenged. I just needed the draw card for 2. Incarnate draws, that draws, Della's draws, and that was really it. The sort of Hercules in a challenge, people didn't really challenge in the sealed deck, so there's nothing really there. Diablo is great. 3/3 body that quests for 2. He's in my red steel build already. That's just a solid stat line. Daisy never saw play. White Agony was really interesting because it doesn't require you to do anything except for move a character over for 1. So that was a really interesting answer that for the 3rd match, I was able to get a bunch of points and not have to turn any characters sideways. And then it's a 7 health location that they're going to have to turn their stuff against. Paired with the sword, it was really nice because then as soon as you turn your stuff, locations are your answer to challenge decks. You don't want to challenge with them getting lore. You want them to challenge your location so that way you can then pick them off 1 by 1. So I had this in here. It inked a lot of the game until the very last game, and then I used it to get a bunch of lore and get a bunch of characters out, and then go into the actual thing. Ink Runner is really great because it has the secondary effect of boosting or paying 1 to give your characters alert, which solved all of the evasive problems. I now have an item that sits permanently and I can answer any evasive problem. And I'm really liking this already for my blue-green build. So yes, very nice. Inspector Tezuka being a bodyguard is pretty great. A bodyguard on 2, there's nothing that's super crazy on 1. But maybe in like a purple steel, well, Maleficent's gone. But like a two quester, do a Daisy Duck and then
put a bodyguard. Something to look into. Something to look into for the deck building. I'm just gonna throw those.
I can't remember if is it Raja, the 3/4, the bodyguard that comes out on turn 3. It's a 3/4. That one was super strong.
Yeah.
In sealed. Anybody that played that, it was just like 1 drop pass, 2 drop pass. Bodyguard, good luck. I was like, come on, man.
Did it go crazy? No, it didn't. Okay, so we still got a decent amount. I really banked towards the center of being able to play characters with cost 3 and 2. The golden child of the tournament was the Black Cauldron. It was just people didn't find the item removal that they needed to get rid of Black Cauldron. And as a result, I could recur all of my characters in my discard back into the Black Cauldron. So that was really great. Elsa draws a card. Horseman, just a good answer. Fragile also draws you a card. Exerts. Cheshire didn't really see play because nobody turned stuff sideways. So there's no way to move damage, and nothing came in damaged. Hermes is a great rush. Francine's hard to answer. I had the put 1 damage on anything because I wanted to combo Cheshire and this. It didn't really happen. Fergus giving Ward. Ward is really good in Limited because nobody can select it for any of the crazy abilities, especially with one of the cards coming up. So him being able to protect something it felt really nice. And then Kristoff as a ramp option was nice. Plus he's a 2-quester. So I really felt nice with my three drops. I enjoyed my 3 drops. Yeah, Black Cauldron though. Now seeing it and seeing stuff and testing decks out, I don't know that I would ever run Black Cauldron without having to come up with something very creative, just because it's a hard thing to get to stick because there's so much removal and teching in regular decks.
Yeah, if you're up against green, 1-drop Clarabelle is just in the deck. Like, it's just in there. Your Cauldron could get removed. But,
yeah,
like you were saying, in sealed, in limited, especially when you went crazy with the 2s and 3s, right? Your Cauldron's out. It's not like a super expensive to pay 1 more for your 2 or 3 drop late game when you have 1 card in hand.
Exactly, and that's why I wanted to have the Elsa, so I could pay 4 for an Elsa and draw another card and keep going with that, and being able to load the Cauldron up, and then when I'm already ramped to 7, be able to turn it and then play everything out from underneath the Cauldron without having to have it in my hand felt really nice. Sure. And to be able to then put down a 2-drop bodyguard to protect everything that's questing big. So you have to get rid of the little thing first before you can even touch anything in the back line. Felt great. I tried to also then 4 was removal and combo wombos. So I pulled 2 sudden scares, and I liked that because I could get rid of any threat no matter what the size is. So that Cauldron Born that you were talking about in your deck, I don't care. I'll put it and ramp you because then you'll never see that card again. So that was really nice for instant spot removal. Can't hold it back anymore. Didn't really do the thing that I wanted it because it didn't move damage because nobody had it. If you just swing into it to knock it out, nobody sustains damage. The Lena was nice for instant lore gain for boost characters, and so I tried to put as many boost characters as I could. So then we get to the other 2 builds, which is Fairy Godmother and Search for Clues. Fairy Godmother was the champion along with Cauldron. Cauldron would get there to recur everything that died. Fairy Godmother would kill everything on the other side. Because you get to booster, choose anything, banish it, and then play the top card from the deck. And if it's a character item, it sticks. They called it spinning the roulette wheel. So, because you don't know what the next card is going to be. You can banish a little 2-drop, and then the 7 comes out for free. But it was good for instant removal, because then if I see a big threat, I can eliminate big threats. Search for Clues was fun for the combo of having the detective badge. If I didn't see the detective badge on 1, I would normally ink the Search for Clues because there's no reason to hope that one of your detective characters stick for the instant lore gain. It's also good for discard. Most people aren't playing really mean in Limited or in Sealed because most people are just trying to get to the 20. You're not trying to get the combo to get them down to 0 cards so that you're the only one with the advantage. But Fairy Godmother, that's the one that I really enjoyed. I tried to see it every game. I tried to mulligan specifically for that card because that's really hard to answer. Really hard to answer, especially in Limited.
Hell yeah, forever known as Casino Mommy.
Casino Mommy.
Let's go.
I keep saying die instead of banish, so that's my fault. The top of the deck, I'm just gonna put them all out because I had 1 5-drop.
Ooh, 1 5-drop. Easy spicy.
It's
It's not even a E.
It's-
It's a fairy. She was a fairy.
She was a fairy. 3 6-drops.
Okay.
A 7 and an 8. So
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
breaking the mold
way
because I've got
past
some.
my rules.
Yeah.
Way past.
Kind of. It's based on something you said to me earlier. So the
Sure.
reason that I had 7s and 8s is because they're 3 questers.
Mm-hmm.
And you want pressure on the board. So 2 lore is hard to deal with. 3 lore is even harder to deal with, especially an evasive 6/7 who quests for 3.
An evasive what?
An evasive 6/7.
Yeah, we're getting demonetized.
Yeah. Inkable who quests for 3. That Ka was a really good. I used Ka a lot, and it was great pressure. Goofy, not so much. Goofy was there as a detective, and often got inked because 8's really hard, and I didn't have the shift goof. So I was like, okay. Tinkerbell was there for surprise shifting because I had the 1-drop.
You have the 1-drop, yeah.
So I could shift it, and it's great. Even when it comes out, it lets you exert a character with 2 attack or less to be able to ram in. Ideally, you shift the Tink and then eat it. Demona was fantastic for card draw. Just being able to do that, and then it's a hard thing to answer. Spooky, I actually got incorrect. I didn't realize it puts all characters with 3 or less into the Inkwell. So there was, I think, 1 character that I had forgotten to do that, and I was playing in the game, and I was so locked in, and I think you were sitting next to me, and you were like,
I was like whispering. I was like,
Inkwell. And I was so in the zone, I totally didn't hear it until after the game was over, and I was like, oh, okay. I read the card, and
yeah, I looked at the board state. I was like, I'm not a judge. It's not going to affect anything, so we'll just leave it.
But now I know. Now I am aware of that. Clawhauser was also really nice. She's a 5/6 with Challenger 2. I can eat Demonas and survive. I can also eat a snake if I gave him alert and then challenge it to a snake and survive. Not survive. I guess he would die. No, he would have resist because detective badge. If I turned detective badge and ink runner, then he would survive. I was really going for combos. I really wanted the deck to make sense, and I wanted to play with new cards in the set and see how they felt and if they could combo wombo, and they did. And they combo womboed well enough to get me some draws and a win against another amazing competitor. So I really enjoyed it. I would definitely be back, and now I've learned a little bit more. Now I might steal some more and not ever put a character with cost 6 or more into my deck, but we'll see. Obviously, it's whatever works. I ran against a deck that was just blessed with all gargoyles, and then they would put down. Oh, I don't remember him. Who gives every challenge Goliaths? David Xanatos? Is it David Xanatos, but in red? I don't remember. But every single time a gargoyle challenges, gain a lore, and his entire deck was gargoyles, and I was like, that's really great. I'm glad that you got all 6 packs that worked out and synergized so well. Brooklyn, that's what it was.
Red Brook boy.
Red Brooklyn, yeah. Another one, there's some really tough things to get past. Bronx and Limited was really tough to answer.
Was it Bronx? We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah,
We're
Bronx.
just yelling out names of gargoyles.
Bronx is a 6/4 reckless. So anything that runs into him dies instantly, and he can eat anything that's on the board. And I think is a 3-drop. He comes up very fast, and I was like, oh, this is okay. So we're stalemating. So I'm not turning anything sideways. You're not turning anything sideways. That's what it's gonna go with. I'm trying to remember other really cool plays. I really like the the purple Illumineer location that lets you exert to draw cards. That was nice, but at the end of the day, it was the most fun I've had in Lorcana in a very long time, to be able to sit down and play Limited and feel on the same page, and everybody's got different things going on. I felt very excited for this set, so it's gonna be great. So thanks for watching. Thanks for seeing this. We'll do some more sealed events as they come. / maybe we'll create some of our own sealed events coming to a place near you.
To a place near you, we'll catch a flight.
We'll catch a flight and we'll come to you and we'll give you we'll buy packs. Target 2-pack, but in your hometown.
Hell yeah. Alrighty.
Yeah.